Scentland, the land of scent. Hello and welcome everybody. Chris back with yet another fragrance review, and as you can see, the star of today's review is already up on stage. Dunhill Pursuit, or Pursuit, by the precious English house of Alfred Dunhill, released in 2006. This fragrance has been around ever since, and for a while I thought they're gonna discontinue it because it was not around that much, but no, it's still out there. I'm very happy that it is, and I'm going to tell you why. First of all, the parfumeur, the nose behind this fragrance is Monsieur Michel Girard, who I think works for Givaudan, and he has been given the contract to create Pursuit for Alfred Dunhill. Now, before we come to the actual fragrance, a few words on Michel Girard. Many of you know him because of Paco Rabanne 1 million, okay? I think that fragrance alone is gonna pay his bills until in his entire lifetime, you know. And but there were other great fragrances that he has been doing, and he is a very, very versatile parfumeur, a very versatile nose that is very creative, and you're gonna see what I mean when I introduce the fragrances that some of the fragrances that he has created. For example, Wolfgang Job, released in 2008, or Azzaro Nighttime, or Cerruti Black, or even Lagerfeld Jaco. All these fragrances are very different, and they all sort of highlight very special and notes like marzipan and plum and rhubarb and many things that are very innovative to bring into a fragrance. And here with Dunhill Pursuit, he was obviously given the job to create something exotic, sort of warm smelling. And the reason I'm saying this is the marketing behind this was, if you remember, there was the guy standing, I think it was probably the London skyline, and he was holding this fragrance up like this and was looking through it like that, okay? But it also featured, especially the little video clip that they've done, you know, the marketing ad on TV featured this guy, I think on his motorcycle, driving through London and then somehow ending up in the savannah and somewhere in Africa, okay, and this being very exotic, you know, this scenario, and very adventurous as well, and very cool and very invigorating and bright and all that, you know, very energetic. And I think Michel Girard really managed to capture this initial marketing thought very well in the fragrance itself. He achieved this with a burst of initial freshness of yuzu, some green accords, some orange, and most of all a great mandarin. And I love mandarin, the smell of mandarin orange. And here it's very well done. I'm not saying it's 100% natural and mandarin smelling, okay, because it has a slight synthetic touch, but I do like it a lot, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm come to the point why I really do like it. The fragrance has a backbone, a classy backbone of amber and lavender, and a slight festive, almost festive sweetness of cinnamon as well. So you can already see that creates something very special, and to the festiveness or to this coziness adds a warm sandalwood note and a cedar note, a nice woody base with some musk, which makes it again together with lavender, provides it with a classy sort of touch, a classy mood, a classy vibe, and some incense gives it a slight hint of smokiness. So it's very complex, this blend, okay? Michel Girard, okay? Very, very well blended, I have to say. And that is the reason why this is still out today, because the competition in this genre is huge, okay? and obviously Dunhill has released dozens of fragrances since this came out. Yes, yet this is still around there. First of all, I think the reason is that they really matched the marketing with the smell very well, and they executed this in a very good quality manner. The bottle is heavy. The cap is also nice, heavy, clicks into place. It has this nice compass scenario going up there, nice little details. Sits very well on the shelf. I like the box tremendously as well. It gives you this sort of, orangey skin type of exotic kind of, don't know what sort of animal has this type of skin color, but never mind. It looks good. It looks good, and it smells exactly how it looks like. It is as I say, it's to me it's the mandarin, it's the lavender, it's the amber, the cinnamon as well, the musk as well. In the dry down, definitely cedarwood and sandalwood and the incense. These are, to me, to my nose and my skin, the most prominent notes that appeared during the entire development of the fragrance. Now I have to say this is a beauty in terms of development as well, because it starts with freshness, then it goes on into this warmth, and then still being fresh goes into the dry down of this woody smokiness. So there is a nice development of the fragrance, not linear at all. It plays with your nose throughout its entire development from top to the dry down, and the projection and sillage are, I would say, normal. Like, I would say good even. You will get noticed if you give it a few sprays there, and the longevity is typical eau de toilette longevity. Okay, the whole development takes place within an hour. I would say really it comes from the top notes to the dry down, and that continuing to be fresh, woody, smoky, lingers around for, I would say, 5 to 7 hours, depending where you spray it. Underneath the shirt, on your hair a little bit, maybe on clothes as well. If you spray it on clothes, the initial mandarin freshness lasts longer, and as I say, it has some classy backbone due to the lavender and musk, and this festive kind of warmth. This is why I like it around autumn, because it looks like autumn sunshine. It's still warm, but it's kind of heavier sunshine that is somehow in the summertime, right? This is kind of a more heartwarming instead of skin burning type of sunshine bottled. This is the way I could really describe Dunhill Pursuit, and probably referring to the marketing there and the African desert, right? And then probably the warm soil after it has been hit by the sun the entire day. After sunset, it still radiates this exotic warmth of it, with some green aspects as well here. So again, the smell very well matching the initial marketing approach that Dunhill had in mind for this particular fragrance, and obviously the name as well, Joe. So the guy on the motorcycle is on a pursuit to go out from the city into the wilderness and somehow make it his own. It's kind of a cheesy kind of a marketing approach, but it works, and the smell works, and the smell is still around, and I love it a lot. And if I would really have to find one thing that is most important to mention about this fragrance, or describe it in one sentence, I would say this is probably the most optimistic fragrance I've ever smelled. You cannot be in a bad mood smelling this, or if you are in a bad mood, just put this on, or just smell it on your hand, or wherever you want, because this is going to put you into a good mood. This will make you smile. This will make you it's just have some happy vibes. For that alone, it's like almost aromatherapy here we're talking about. And I would say even though it has been released like almost 15 years ago, it's still very much contemporary. Age-wise, young and old can wear it as well. It's fresh and playful enough for the younger generation, and serious enough to be wearable for an older gentleman just like me. Okay, so I enjoy it. It somehow comes back into my rotation around autumn of the year, fall of the year, and sometimes springtime as well. So I adore this a lot. I went through several bottles. I use it in these particular times that I've just mentioned, and I'm happy to see that it's still around. And another great creation by Michel Girard, and Dunhill basically has done a good job with the marketing, and to me it's somehow similar. I think if I look at it and have a look at the timing when this came out, and it just pops into my mind before actually finishing the review, is that this came around almost exactly at the same time as Terre d'Hermès did. And if you compare the two, I start to sound like Trump. If you take a look at the marketing and the ad of Terre d'Hermès and compare it with this scenario here for Dunhill, they have similarities in the marketing, in the ad, how it comes across, and even the color of the fragrance as well. So maybe Dunhill was kind of jumping on the bandwagon of the very successful Terre d'Hermès there. This fragrance has nothing to do with Terre d'Hermès, except Terre d'Hermès is also bringing you a very bright, positive vibe, and Dunhill does an even better job in that aspect. So thanks very much. This was Chris from Sandland with Pursuit from the precious English maison, or English house I should say, of Alfred Dunhill. Merci beaucoup, Monsieur Michel Girard, for creating this beauty. And I really like this, man. I like this, Jimmy.